I hope you enjoyed that story. Were you able to see how the character felt at the very beginning of the story? I'm gonna grab my book. What did you say Chrysanthemum felt at the very beginning of the story? She wore her most prettiest dress to school. She was hopping and skipping. Her parents had just encouraged her all along. I thought of the word excited. That's how I thought. She was excited. She could not wait to go to school, right? Did you come up with that word? Maybe proud. At the middle of the story, though, did you notice what happened? Her friends were starting to be mean. They did not use their tongues to build her up. You know what God says in Scripture? He says our tongues are unruly, full of poison. Yes, we could say things that'll tear people down, just like Chrysanthemum's friends at school. They tore her down. They did not try to encourage her. And as they made fun of her long name, and they said she smelled like a flower, and they tried to pick her, they discouraged her and they tore her down. And that made Chrysanthemum feel a certain way. Do you know how she felt? I wrote that she felt because her friends were being mean to her. I noticed she didn't wear her prettiest dress. She just wore her comfortable dress. I noticed she dragged herself to school. She didn't skip and run. She was feeling sad. And that is such an important lesson. We need to make sure we use our tongue to build people up. Finally, at the very end of the story, she felt a different way. Do you know how she felt at the very end? The word I thought of was she felt proud. She loved her name. She blushed when Miss Twinkle encouraged her with her name, saying that, hey, I have a long name. My name is after a flower. And if I have a baby girl, I'm going to call her Chrysanthemum. It encouraged Chrysanthemum so much. So the encouraging words of Miss Twinkle, the encouraging words of her mom and dad, again gave Chrysanthemum courage to feel proud again. And so, what a great reminder for us, first grade, that we want to use our tongue to encourage others in our family, in our neighborhood, in our classroom, anyone that we come in contact with. So, let's work on that throughout this whole school year. Second part of the thing that I want us to do today is you're going to do a quick activity. It won't take us very long, but I want you to take out a paper and a pencil. We're going to do something called a directed draw. And this part of first grade is we are going to need to follow directions and follow directions well because we move kind of fast through the day. So I am going to show you a directed draw. I want you to get a piece of paper and a pencil. And we are going to draw a chrysanthemum today. Okay? So the first part is I want you to follow the directions. I kind of want you to make kind of like a triangle, but not quite round it there at the end. Now I'm going to move faster, but you can pause the video if as you're taking the time through each step. So don't feel like you have to keep up with me. Just hit pause if you're not quite to the next step. The next step is we're going to make little ovals, heart ovals, over her ears, over her head for her ears. Pause if you need to pause. Then we are going to fill in the inside of the ovals, kind of like a rainbow shape there for the middle of her ear. Again, pause if you need to pause. Next will be your eyes. We're going to do partial circles and lashes. Then we're going to add her nose. And of course, at any time you need to pause, you may her mouth up a line from her nose, not quite up to her eye, and then her pretty laugh line. Her dress is kind of triangular shape, starting at her chin and then over. Her feet, kind of like stick figure feet, down. Oh, it reminds me of little music notes, doesn't it? Her hands are just again stick figure hands with little fingers, kind of like a flower. All right. Then what I want you to do with that is I want you to take your time and you can color it. And I will show you. Um, that's pretty cool. You just quickly made a chrysanthemum, didn't you? I love that. I had one other way that you can make a chrysanthemum on my directions and it went off. So let me see if I could find it quickly and we will make her a different angle. We'll make her at a side angle, a sideways view with her holding a flower. But I need to find, there we go, my directions. I'm following directions while you're following directions. Pretty cool. All right, so now we're going to do a chrysanthemum sideways. You got that? If you need more, I'm going to make it kind of small so we can kind of have it over here because I'm running out of board space. Her face is going to kind of be ovalish going this way for the sideway view of chrysanthemum. We're going to make her ears. Again, pause if you need to. A half circle there, another there, and then her inner ears there and there. Her nose, her eyes, and her mouth. Okay? Her bow, her dress. Again, pause as you need to. Her feet, her hand, and she's holding a stick. Looks like a stick if you make it like that. But let's make a circle and a little flowery circle and a flowery circle and a flowery circle all the way around to make a chrysanthemum flower. I hope you enjoyed that directed draw. First grade, 2 things today. Let's remember to use our words to build up and follow directions. You may color your pictures if you want to send us a picture of them so we could see how well you did. That would be great. Have a great weekend.